Alright guys, welcome back to the next video on the channel, and today we're going to cover two of the new Shadow Pokemon added to Pokemon Go, which is Shadow Ghastly / Gengar and Shadow Litwick / Chandelure. So let's move straight into Shadow Gengar. So as you can see on screen right now, we do have Shadow Gengar, and unfortunately the website I use does not move his stats over to be Shadow. So if we look at the regular stats, it's 261, 149, 155, and then Shadow is exactly the same. So, the basic of a Shadow Pokemon is it gains 20% attack and loses 20% defense. So, we're looking at losing 30 defense and then also gaining 50 attack. So, you're looking at 310 attack with a downgrade of 13 defense, which is 119. So this is even more of a glass cannon than his normal form, which, I mean, as you can see here, it doesn't last very long. If you ever use him in raids, you'll notice how quick he goes down. But he does so much damage and his attacks are so fast that it's a very decent Pokemon to have in raids, especially if it's 2x / quad times effective. So definitely keep an eye out if you were to find some of these. Hopefully the Shadow raids don't change too much now Halloween is over. So hopefully Shadow Ghastly and Shadow Litwick will still be in raids for the next couple of months as per normal. As well as Regigigas should still be around for a couple of months as well. But let's have a look at the DPS, and has that changed based on its Shadow? It has. So let's do a quick comparison here. So Lick and Shadow Ball, which is its best move set according to this. I don't know if this is for raids or PvP, but we will stick by it just for now. So we're looking at a damage per second of 18.33. Now if we do go to the Shadow form, we're looking at 21.75. That is huge numbers, considering some Megas don't even hit that. So that is massive. Yes, he's going to die quickly due to this. Let's go back to the normal Pokemon. So, 354. Okay, so he loses 4. So it's actually not that bad. You're gaining so much damage for like 4 seconds less or something like that. So it's definitely worth trying to get a really good one if you do see one in 1-star raids. I usually say don't go for 1-star raids because they're usually pointless. But Shadow raids, especially when it's Litwick, Ghastly, things like that. Rhyhorn, if you see one. I haven't seen a single Rhyhorn yet. They will be insane to have in your squad. So definitely use your raid passes on them if you don't already have. If you do already have one of the 5-star raids, Shiny, which it was Darkrai. I don't know if it still is. We'll have to have a look at that in another video or at the end of this one. So looking at Gengar, it's going to be huge. However, it does have 4 weaknesses, which is Dark, Ghost, Ground, and Psychic, but has a double resistance to fighting, and then, a quad resistance to fighting, and then we have a double resistance to Bug, Normal, Poison, and then a single resistance to Fairy and Grass. So they're huge. If you can get Gengar in the right situation, it is going to be a monster. So definitely keep that in mind. And on that note, the same thing goes for Litwick, which we'll move on to right now. So on the screen right now, we do have normal Chandelure. And we're going to compare it just like we did with Gengar. So its stats are 271 attack, 182 defense, and then 155 HP. Now remember, we will be getting 20% on top of the attack, so you are looking at a 54 increase, so you're looking at 320 attack, and then you're also looking at a 36 downgrade in defense, so you're looking around 146, 145-ish, so it's still better than Gengar, but its moves are different, and we'll go over that right now. So its best moveset is Fire Spin and Shadow Ball with a DPS of 1833. That's not too bad. Obviously, we do have the legacy move of Poltergeist for its Conde, but that doesn't beat Shadow Ball out. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a Ghost type, which we're talking about at the minute, I would say go with Hex, Shadow Ball, and then Overheat as your secondary charge move. But if we do go to the shadow, as you can see here, 21.17 and 21.86. These hit so hard. Even if you are going to be a fire type Pokemon for this, you're looking at like 20.6. That is massive on the damage scale. And also, we do have a bit better survivability than a Gengar. So for me, I'd be going to try and find a few Chandelures. It will make amazing progress on any ghost type team, even fire type team as well. So I'm going to go and try and find a few of them just so I can add them to my team and then hopefully be able to do raids relatively quickly as well. However, we do have a lot more weaknesses and a few more resistances as well. So Chandelure is single weak to dark, ghost, ground, rock and water, whilst being a single resistance to steel, poison, ice, grass, fire and fairy, whilst being double resistance to normal, fighting and bug. So a very good set of resistances, and with its a bit more tanky defense, it should be a better Pokemon on top of teams than Gengar. The only thing letting it down is its moveset. So remember that. Gengar will probably do a bit more damage because it's faster. And you probably won't survive enough to do too much damage. But I'd say go for a few of both just to add them to your team. So you can try them out and see which one you prefer. Because I always say, I love Dragonite as a Pokemon on Pokemon Go. And its best moveset for PvP or raids doesn't always suit. And I usually change it up to try and make it faster for me or to do better damage in my personal opinion rather than looking at stats. So always take your personal opinion into account. Other than that, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like down below. Comment also on the new overlay. Did you like it? Did you not? I did realise that I didn't actually add Chandelure to the Pokemon that we're doing up here. So I do apologise for that. I am still learning to use this layout, so hopefully we can get to it properly in the future, as well as using a camera as well. Also, if you are new, please consider hitting the subscribe button, and I'll speak to you all in the next one.